Please give this video a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. So anyway, let's get on with the show. Hi, this is Mary from Reviewer's Diary, and I have my first empties of the year. Now, I don't have a lot of stuff, but I have things that are in Project Pan. Like I have stuff from Team Project Pan and skincare pan and all kinds of pan stuff. So I just need to go ahead and do this empty so that I can actually put things that are in projects into the separate containers that I have reserved for those items, so that I can then it's like a lot of work, but then I can do my Project Pan updates. Now my lighting is not great. It's overcast outside. I'm taping right next to my vanity, which is where the bed used to be, and we moved some furniture around in here, but my office slash craft room slash beauty room is a frickin' disaster. So where I could pull out lights and point them at me in all different directions, we're not going to bother with that today. I think you can see me well enough, but I can go ahead and do this empties. So there are things in here that will be replaced in those Project Pan projects when I get to the updates on those. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and show you my empties. This box from the Sponge Elf, I had saved this box because I knew that I was going to be putting in the last sponge that I used. I have another one currently in the shower. So yeah, these were great, honestly. After they ran out of soap, I still continued to use them with my favorite soaps. So I have a L'air de Temps soap that I really love, and I was able to get this to make up a nice lather with that. So I have the other one in the shower right now. My daughter also gave me this conditioner that she had used about half of it, and I finished it. This is Thick and Full Biotin and Collagen Conditioner, and it's by OGX, which is OGX is just short for their names, Organics. So this, honestly, it's not cruelty free, so I won't be able to buy it again, but honestly, wow. I think the Biotin and Collagen Thick and Full or whatever actually made my hair feel super smooth and really felt beautiful, and I really like this, but unfortunately I can't buy it again. So again, that is Organics Biotin and Collagen Conditioner. I do review things that are not cruelty free on my channel. I know there are some people who are firmly opposed to that, but you know, I think it's fair for me when I have a product that's not cruelty free to just go ahead and do the review for it. Okay, so I also finished this hydration mask. It is by, oh, I tore the name off. And this is getreal.com, it says on the back. So I guess it's Get Real. Yeah. Anyway, this was one heck of a great sheet mask. I felt really good. I haven't used a lot of sheet masks, but I have put them in my Project Pan so that I start to use them up before they go bad. But this was from my Project Pan. I just really enjoyed that. My skin just felt so like afterward. It's the Nourishing Cleansing Balm from Pixie. There's just a tiny bit in the corners. You know, when I first got this, I really liked it, but I think the composition may have changed. It was a little bit waxier, and it didn't, I think I prefer the kind that emulsify with water, like the pharmacy one, but this was in one of my projects, and I'll be replacing it with probably my pharmacy one, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, this was price-wise smart, not my favorite thing. I probably would never purchase that again. Okay, I also had this mask from, wow, it's hard to tell, but it's a hair mask. It's Fekkai, F-E-K-K-A-I or something like that. I use the entire jar. Yeah, it's F-E-K-K-A-I. And this is argan extract and PRX repair. That doesn't make sense to me, but maybe it's one of the oils in there. And it says argan extract in there also. It smells really lovely. It absolutely works wonders to smooth and detangle your hair. So this was really nice, but this is perfect travel size for somebody with short hair or shorter hair or thinner hair. You know, this would probably last a few shampoos. It's very nice. I don't know that I would go out of my way to buy that. I'm not even sure if it's cruelty free or not. Okay, and I had this Acure Resurfacing Glycolic and Unicorn Root Cleanser. This looks like it's just a sample pack, but it's not actually. It's 20 ml, 0.67 fluid ounces. So it's actually it is travel size, but it's not a sample size. And this was part of my project, and I'm going to have to add something else to take over this. I believe it's in my team project pan that I put a couple of hair items and skincare. So that definitely, yeah, it's good stuff. But honestly, like, people want to feel like the burn, like it's, you know, it's got glycolic acid and it did none of that for me. Now it could be because I'm used to using a lot of actives on my face that I've kind of adjusted to those things, but you know what, it really, honestly, I would never bother to pick that up. Okay, I think I talked about this briefly already. This is one of those packs of amlactin. I only saved one of the empty packs because I just wanted to talk about this. Now, if you watched my other video, you know that when my cast came off, they used betadine first of all, which is an extremely drying agent. So they soaked my foot in betadine, and then I had my surgery, and then they put a cast on. Now, we ladies are used to putting a little bit of lotion on, but the cast material, which was really soft and on the inside, was wicking the moisture away from my foot the entire time that I had my cast on. Now, I only had my cast on for a month, but then I was in a boot, a surgical boot, and still having a lot of pain and having to put my foot up. But when they took that cast off, you know, I pride myself on having feet that are not like gnarly old lady feet, and I use a rotary tool. Well, I was using that previously, but my right foot had already become nice and soft and almost callus free, because I was in a wheelchair for a while, and then I was not, like, I was allowed to walk a little bit, but I was walking with a walker and had to have my feet up all the time. So my right foot got nice and soft and comfortable. And my left foot, meanwhile, was having all the moisture sucked out of it. So when they took the cast off of my left foot, it was like I had leaves of dry, like, callous skin on that foot. I said to the doctor, what can I do? You know, this is beyond me. Is there anything I can use to get rid of all this callousing on this foot? And so he gave me a sample box of this amlactin, and it is foot repair. I'm going to hold it up for you. It is amlactin foot repair. Now, it's loaded with lactic acid, and what it does is it breaks down the calluses. So I used this on both feet a little on the right and a lot on the left, and frequently. But your feet tell you when they've had enough because what it does is the lactic acid in this amlactin, it also has hydrea and a couple other ingredients in it, but they start to almost take too much callus away, and then the bottoms of your feet start to feel a little bit tender. So if you do buy this, it's available on Amazon. Please be careful. This is the same type of stuff that's in that baby feet crap. People use all kinds of stuff to try to rid their feet of calluses. I'll tell you what, a week of using this and you won't have any calluses on your feet at all. But you have to be careful because, honest to God, it is definitely strong enough that I had to stop using it because my feet started to feel tender. So now I just use it periodically. So this is great stuff, but be careful if you do buy it, okay? All right, so next thing is this Dove. Let me see if I can squeeze the air back into it. Okay, not quite. I squeezed the crap out of it because I was using this on my brushes. And, I used it on my brushes. It's like a soft conditioning body wash. I didn't use it on my body. I have a cruelty-free body wash in the shower right now, and I have my sponge gel. So, yeah, I used this. I squeezed the crap out of it so I could get every last bit out of it. And my brushes, they came out so clean, like beyond bar soap, beyond, the cleanser that is for beauty blenders, for everything. It all came out great. So then I thought, well, what else can I use that might actually work as well? So I popped my, I have a shower cream that then turns into like bubbly, but it's a conditioning stuff. It's got, skin moisturizing stuff in it. That worked really well. So then I thought, okay, let's try my soap, my face soap. That worked really, really well. But nothing worked better than my shower gels and stuff. So, all I can say is I don't think you need to spend a lot of money. My brushes came out perfectly clean. So, yeah, just food for thought. But this was a good use of something that came in a Walmart beauty box. Okay, I used a couple mascaras. So first, I have Machiage Mascara. And this was really nice. It has a well spaced out, it's hard to see. If I had this on a table and I was doing my empties without showing my face, I might be able to show you a little bit better, but it's got a wand that is like a wiry wand, and it really did put a lot of mascara on me, and also it did like separate my eyelashes. The next one is this one is a trial size or travel size. Oh, it's Neutrogena Healthy Volume Mascara. I don't know who, I must have gotten this in a Walmart beauty box because I don't think Neutrogena has ever been in a other regular beauty box, and I didn't buy this, but I thought it was Clinique because it looks a lot like the Clinique one. And this one was, it was clumsy because look at, in relation to the cap, how big that wand is. And that wand is just super big and way too big for my liking. Now, this Urban Decay Perversion has always been my favorite. And I was really sad to see this empty. This has a slightly more balanced cap to brush ratio for travel size. So I really, really enjoyed these. Okay, next thing, and this has a number 1 on it, not because of anything other than that I numbered, one day I went and numbered all my stuff and I was going to use random number generator and I never did. So anyway, this is Estee Lauder. It had foundation that came through here. For a little while they were selling these, and they had about half an ounce of color in them. I'm going to tell you what color it was because it matched my skin like beautifully. And this was 2C2 Pale Almond. I'm going to be writing that down because if Estee Lauder ever becomes cruelty free, which unfortunately they're not, then I'll be buying this. I love, love, love the finish of that. Okay, I had a foundation go bad. My daughter told me hers went bad, and I thought, oh, I better smell mine. And this one just breaks my heart. This is something that I'll have to buy again after I go through. I have the CC not a foundation. It's not as heavy coverage as this, but I'm not a fan of real heavy coverage. So I'll use up the product that I have, and eventually when I use up enough of my products, I'll be buying this again. It's awesome. I did finish step number 1 of this Strivectin set that I have. This broke me out. So what happened was it broke me out, and then I eliminated everything and went back slowly onto things, and this broke me out again. But I continued to use it and just fought the breakouts because they have this whole system, and it's 4 weeks, and I wish I never bought it. It was one of the most ill-advised purchases of my life. But I'm finishing up number 2, which is more like an oil liquid kind of a thing, and then I'll be going on to number 3. But yeah, I really it's a 4-step plan. Do I have the box here? And I have to say, I would advise everyone not to buy this. And I love Strivectin. My favorite moisture is from them. But this, you know, you also maroon yourself so that you can't use anything else, and that I don't like. So I like to be able to rotate through those things. So I had this tiny thing. It's hardly worth mentioning. It's like I don't know if it was in any project. I'll have to look and see. I don't think so. But this is this requires a microscope. Yeah, this is Regenerist Cream, and I used all of that, and mostly used it on my hands, not my face, because I have plenty of face cream. And this one was my nightmare, and I love Elizabeth Arden. It's not cruelty free anymore, so I can't use it anymore. You can see that the jar is empty. I got this in my eyes one day because a lot of times your sunscreens will migrate around, and so this got in my eye, and let me tell you, my eye was uncomfortable all day. Clearly it's a chemical sunscreen, and they irritate my eyes, so I used it on my arms and my hands. So then there was this little bottle of oil. It's from Biossance. I believe this one is in a project. I'm not a fan of this oil. It had a weird like consistency, like very, very thick. And it's Biossance The Nourisher, it's called. I really didn't like this. And I ended up using, after I used it on my face once, and I was like, ew. It's really heavy. I have normal skin, not dry, not oily, right in the middle. And this just was not good. I don't know if Biossance is cruelty free or not. I used a couple sets of nails. You guys probably saw these nails in a video. I had gotten these OPI nail wraps from my salon. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus. I liked these. They lasted forever, and they were hard as hell to get off, because basically the base of the nail wrap itself is a sparkly polish. And those of you who've used sparkly polish, you know what a freaking nightmare that can be. So anyway, I used that up. And then this was another nightmare to get off. This was a Sally Hansen Salon Effects that I had. I only have a couple boxes of these left. They don't make them anymore. Plus Sally Hansen's not cruelty free. Sue me. I have a lot of Sally Hansen stuff. Mostly polishes and stuff that are still good. but this was in honor of Valentine's Day, so I had these on in February. And I'm sure that you've seen these. If you look at my videos, you'll see that these were in the video. And honestly, they lasted forever, like forever and ever and ever. Where the OPI ones were okay, but they started to chip off after about 10 days. And so I just started working at them and chipping them off. And these took almost like soaking off. And the problem is that the white in the background was, like I'm giving my nails a chance to have a break, and I cut my nails real short so they stay clean. But yeah, these, like, you look at how short my nails are, seriously. But they're healthy. And that's the thing. You have to be very careful when you take all these things off that you don't rip off a layer of fingernail. So I was going to put on a pair of press-ons, but then I thought, you know what, let me just let my nails get some air. They need some oxygen. So I've been free of anything on my nails for about almost 2 weeks, maybe, yeah. So anyway, I'm just giving my nails a break, and these were very easy to apply. Stayed on like you wouldn't believe. This is what the design was. It was like hearts and skulls. I didn't even know there were skulls when I bought this, because everything was on sale 75% off when they were discontinued. And I was like, oh, hearts, let me grab that. And then I was like, wait a minute, there's hearts and skulls. So I could have worn it for Halloween if I wanted to. All right, now I have to get another product so I can show you what this label is for. Not too long ago, I had gotten a gift certificate for, I think it was TJ Maxx, and I bought a few bars of soap. Now, I have the wrapper from this one. But I'm going to show you what the original looks like, because I had purchased a couple of these. This is the biggest freaking bar of soap I have ever seen. And that was one of the things that appealed to me, but also the oat milk, and what else is in here? It's hand and body soap, and it is oat milk, shea butter, and argan oil. Now I don't know how they make that into a nice hard soap like they do. And I used one of these bars up already, which took me like forever and ever and ever, because of this size. It's like the size of my head. This thing is huge. But I used one up already, and you know, it's gonna be a while before I crack into this one, because that one is still lasting forever. So I can't recommend this highly enough. I don't know for sure whether it's cruelty free or not, but it does have a not tested on animals bunny on it. It's not an official like leaping bunny. It's like a little not tested on animals bunny. So I don't know for sure if they're selling in China or not. A la Maison. Now, if they're a small enough company, then they probably are not, in fact, selling in China. So hopefully that's the case. That's why I like some of the indie brands that we get in beauty boxes. So that was an awesome bar of soap. And when the one that I have in my shower now goes down, then I will be able to use this. It takes forever. It's very hard soap, but when you wet it, it makes this like cream, almost creamy lather, and it's just absolutely beautiful. I didn't use it on my face. I don't know. I could try using it on my face and let you guys know how that goes. I had this little Murad probiotic spray. Now, this was super, 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 super moisturizing. I really liked it. You know, it might be easier to see the box. I have another one somewhere that's very similar, but this is just purely probiotics. And this is a little travel size, and honestly that little sprayer actually lasted for a while. So you know, I got a really good taste for how this is, and I only show you the big full size I have. Be right back. And this one's a little bit different. This is just called Hydration Toner, and it is very hydrating. And it's also from Murad. I do like the Murad face sprays. The ones that I've had, I don't know how like all of them are. I haven't tried all of them, but I did really like this hydration one. And I have one more product that I tried and I need to buy. It's, you know, I've wanted to get this IGK mist, you know, hair goop. And I keep trying to trade. I'm so sick of trade. Come on, people. It's not worth $1 million. But anyway, you know, I think I'm just going to buy it. This is 0.17 fluid ounces of hydrating hair balm. IGK Mistress Hydrating Hair Balm. For people who have really oily hair, maybe this wouldn't be so good, or if you had really thin hair, it might not be that good. But it was awesome for me. Now, I used this entire pack. I noticed that it does have silicone in it, I believe. Because my daughter gave me this sample pack because she gave up all that stuff so that her hair can be naturally curly. And my hair, there's not a lot to control there. Propylene glycol, dimethicone, I believe those are silicones. But it didn't feel silicone-y on my hands. I squirted the contents of this into the palms of my hands, and then I rubbed it between the two hands and ran it through my hair, and oh, let me tell you, it was like my hair was better than it has ever been. Ever been. Wow, that looks like a lot more stuff when it's, you know, down on the floor there. But yeah, this, I have to buy this. It's IGK Hydrating Hair Balm. Where have you been all my life? I'm always trying to tame my hair down. Now, since it's long, the curl is getting pulled out a little bit. But when it's shorter, it's very hard sometimes to get it to stop being like a frizz-ball giant hair thing. And this would be ideal for that, and I really like that. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Mary with Reviewer's Diary with my very first empties video of 2021. Thanks, and have a beautiful evening. Good night.